Hey guys, it's Di from BeingMommywithStyle, and Bella and I had a parade today, a Christmas parade that she was in for the Girl Scouts. And while we were gone, my husband built this beautiful thing behind us, so I'm just going to give you a quick look at it today. I'm going to be doing full reviews and showing the room tours, like doing a walkthrough of how we set it up over on INtoyreviews, the girls channel, and I will link that down below. But today I wanted to give you a quick sneak peek of the My Girls Dollhouse, which is one of the 18-inch dollhouses that are on the market for American Girl dolls. Natalie is very excited about it. She helped my husband put it together. How long do you think did it take you guys to put it together?
Probably about like an hour.
So it took about an hour. So Dan put this together for me while we were at the parade, and he has some helpful hints for you guys putting it together if you want to show your husband or if you guys are going to do it together. And he was going to share his tips for how he got together fairly easy.
Alright, so this is for all the husbands out there that are going to end up putting this together. This is the only tool that it comes with, which if you've ever put anything like this together before, you know that it's not very useful. So down here I have all the tools that I actually ended up using for this. The box cutter to get it open, and then it does say in the instructions not to use power tools, but I'll show you the technique that I used in a second here to show how it'll help speed things up without doing any damage. So I had two different bits that I used. This is a 4mm hex head bit, and then you've got the screwdriver bit, and then I also grabbed a 4mm Allen, key wrench that was a bit longer, so you can actually get your hands on it, unlike this thing where it's really hard to, hold on to it without.
Yeah, those hurt your hands really quickly.
Exactly. And then a regular size Phillips, and then a flat head, and then this scraper for trying to get the stickers off, which we're still working on.
Yeah, the stickers are kind of a pain.
Yep.
We'll just mention that. The stickers are difficult to get off. Stickers, we're kind of having trouble getting them off, so that's the one thing we have run into.
So the technique that I use, like there's 30 of these Allen head bolts that you have to put in, and for all of them, as I was putting it together, I didn't tighten them down all the way. Mm-hmm. What I did was the way these things come together, it's it's loose until you actually get to the last piece that it'll fasten into. So what I did, instead of tightening them down all the way, I just took the tool and then just get it to where about like that, so the head of the Allen screw is just sticking out.
Yeah,
just that little,
not all the way in,
just that little bit, so that it holds it together, but it's not so tight that you're fighting all the different panels, because you need it to actually be able to kind of have a bit of flex to it, because all these pieces of wood frame have grooves in them that all these panels go into, and so as you're trying to fit all the panels in, if it's already tight, you don't have the ability to kind of move it and get it where you can manipulate to get the panels to actually drop in to the groove. So I found that helped out quite a bit, not tightening everything up, leaving it loose with just that little bit of gap until after everything was completely assembled, and then I just went back through the instructions and basically made sure I tightened up all of these Allen head screws all the way around the whole thing once it was done, and that helped, I think, quite a bit with getting everything to fit, because even with that it was a little bit tricky getting some of the panels to fit, just because you've got them on all four sides. So other than that, the only other thing I was going to suggest was the way these panels are, because it's actually like it's like a decal on it.
Yes.
There was a couple spots up here, for example, where when I went to put it in, it wanted to curl over. Oh. So as I was putting it in, I would just use the screwdriver to kind of tuck the decal in there. So anything that's just kind of flat and thin like that, you can basically use that to hold it, to tuck the decals in, because otherwise you'll get spots where the decals are gonna fold out and it wouldn't look very good.
So these came on there though, right?
Yeah, everything was already ready to assemble. It was just the way the edges are, you'd have the decal would overlap a little, and when you go to push it in, it was wanting to to fold out, and just so that it looked better.
All right.
It's an easy technique to use. So
there you have it. Expert advice from the engineer on how to get the dollhouse together the easiest way possible. And his little assistant, Natalie. That's the other key, is having a little assistant.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity for her to do letter and number recognition.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Natalie, hand me the B2, and she'd run and grab the B2 and bring it over to me. So.
Great. Well, it looks great. Thank you. But you can see that it's so large that we have the step stool down here so the kids can reach the top. It is like 6 feet tall. It's taller than I am. But it's awesome because it's got this attic area that you can hang clothes up here and use this for shoes and accessories. So there's that great shoe organizer at Target, which may be on a couple people's Christmas wish lists this year. So there's lots of room for storage up at the top. And then I really like how the rooms are already decorated. We originally started out going to do the custom IKEA dollhouse with the Stuva boxes, how some people do up the wall, and they actually discontinued those not long after I got this. So I knew I was in a situation where we had to decide what we wanted to do. So we decided to go the My Girls Dollhouse route, and this is the French country house version. I got this one because it's going to be up against the wall. My husband's going to secure it with the anti-tip thing. So to me, it didn't particularly matter. They've got a doll set up there. What the outside looked like 100%. I do really like this one. But this was actually super cheap on Target. They had deals around Black Friday. And there was an extra like 30% off toys coupon. So I snagged this at an awesome price during all those sales that were going on. I thought that'd be a great time to try it out. And the girls get an early Christmas present. So they're excited about it too. So you can see that it's got the wood floors on the bottom, the faux wood floors. And then each room is decorated a little bit differently. And I love the windows. We've already had fun playing through the windows. You can see she's got a doll looking out right there. So the bottom two are just a plain pink. And I like that you can do more with it. Put a border, add some wall decorations if you want. And then up here you can see where it has a faux ballet bar back there, which you could decorate that more if you wanted. And then this one's just a really cute purple with some heart trim around the sides. So there's a lot of different things you can do here. You can change out the rooms and move them around. And I think we're going to have fun decorating it. And then the top's just got a yellow. And all the floors are like this faux wood looking floor. So it's the same throughout the whole house. So this is the My Girls Dollhouse, and it's literally so large. I have to like scoot across the room to... Yep, but you can see it is definitely taller than I am. Luckily, our ceiling isn't any shorter, because it would just barely fit in here. It's the same size as Daddy, exactly. So it is, I think, going to be a hit, as you can see. It's going to be a hit. So we're very excited about it. And I will put the information down below. If you haven't seen this, I know a lot of people in the American Girl groups were grabbing it when it was on super sale at Target. But I will put the links down below. You can usually find it on Target.com or Amazon.com. And the price will just vary depending on whether it's like a Black Friday sale or not. But... we are going to have some doll fun. So that is it for today. We'll do more in-depth reviews and also room tours over on the toy channel. So,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Exactly. Have a great day. Bye.